Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, August 10th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 629 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Fact check: Police officer Michael Fanone did not storm the U.S. Capitol waving a Confederate flag. Major Republican donors are sending big money to Senator Tim Scott ahead of midterms and 2024 race. They cannot arrest all of us. Rand Paul calls for defiance against COVID-19 restrictions. Pregnant woman killed in Southern California road rage incident. Son accused of watching fire he set kill his dad, Tennessee police say. Arizona Attorney General investigating Maricopa County failure to comply with subpoena. Ex-lapped cop charged with manslaughter in deadly Costco shooting. Rock climber plummets 100 feet to death while free climbing with friend in Tennessee. Arkansas reports new record for COVID-19 hospitalizations. Troops may soon be required to get a COVID vaccine. What happens if they refuse? The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. AMC reaches deal with Warner Brothers for 45 days theatrical exclusivity in 2022, CNBC. Florida governor's office says state could withhold salaries of officials who enact school mask mandates, CNN. CDC urges against travel to Israel, France, other nations as COVID-19 Delta variant spreads, Fox News. Alleged Epstein victim sues Prince Andrew for sexual abuse, ABC News. Google rolling out larger material time picker across its Android apps 9 to 5 Google. Trump's infrastructure sabotage has been a failure in the Senate, Vox.com. Pentagon plans to require COVID vaccines for active duty troops, NPR. Ravens QB Lamar Jackson non-committal about COVID-19 vaccine after contracting virus twice, CNN. The Suicide Squad HBO Max weekend viewership off 26% from Mortal Kombat in Samba TV US households, Deadline. Suspect in fire at French cathedral is arrested in killing of a priest, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Lin-Manuel Miranda's new movie is the top film on Netflix. Melania Trump hits back at dishonorable historian over Rose Garden criticism. Rockies say fan accused of yelling racial slur was only trying to summon team mascot. Kate Middleton, Prince William released sweet new photo of Princess Charlotte. New push to disband Minneapolis police after George Floyd's death. Pentagon to require a COVID vaccine for all troops by September 15th. Here are the big policies in Democrats' $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation plans. Kit Harington reveals the most beautiful thing that helped him with sobriety. Greta Thunberg speaks on UN's climate crisis report, we can still avoid the worst. New study shows just how much kids' mental health has suffered in the pandemic. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Restoration project brings home back to life. Boy with love for Aquaman loses battle with cancer. Movie filming draws stars, onlookers. 3 teens shot at football game. Teenager arrested after 2 killed in shooting. 5-year-old found unconscious in lake dies. Man stuck in flooding elevator during storm. Teacher decorates truck with positive words to encourage kindness. Employers of disabled people receive honors. 2 shot at church in Mobile on Sunday. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Rachel Letchittle on the NDA she signed with Tiger Woods. Anti-vax insanity. Cuomo's top aide, Melissa DeRosa, resigns as he fights to survive. Abbott criticized for ban on COVID mandates as cases soar in Texas. For seniors especially, COVID can be stealthy. A hotter future is certain, according to UN climate report. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Former CDC Director Redfield, masking children must be grounded in data, not CDC opinion. AC Attorney General scolds Biden administration for releasing COVID-positive migrants. Robert Durst testifies in Los Angeles murder trial, says he didn't kill Susan Berman. Pompeo, we need to protect the homeland from future terrorist attacks. MSNBC's Joy Reid claims those angry at maskless Obama party pictures are only mad because they weren't invited. CDC urges against travel to Israel, France, other nations as COVID-19 Delta variant spreads. Experts warn of mental health epidemic for kids amid Delta variant fears. Fauci says hopefully making young kids wear masks won't have lasting negative impact. Harrison Ford enjoys Croatian holiday with wife Calista Flockhart on break from Indiana Jones 5. Restaurant praises customer who left $1,000 tip for kitchen staff, long, hard summer. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, August 10th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Child tax credit, IRS tools to manage your monthly checks. Child tax credit, when will your next payment be deposited? Will there be a national vaccine mandate? Fantasy Football 2021 sleepers, which players have been overlooked early in fantasy drafts? UEFA Super Cup 2021, how to watch Chelsea vs Villarreal. You never know what will come from a little yes, veterinarian Dr. Melissa Shapiro discusses book on deaf and blind dog Piglet. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment on the horizon? It's huge to tell a story of a trans man of color, Leo Shang on season 2 of Showtime's The L Word, Generation Q. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, The Daily Mail. Prince Andrew was sued by Virginia Roberts claiming he sexually abused her at Jeffrey Epstein's. Taliban captures 6th city in less than a week. Dossier shows ministers must think again on Geronimo the alpaca. Pictured, L.A. Dodgers ball girl, 24, tackled field invader and knocked him over after 7 guards failed. John Humphreys, my close encounter with the king of the stingers. Tiger Woods attorneys sue Rachel Letchittle for breaking $8 million NDA over her affair with him. Boy, 2, sprints out onto field during live MLS match, is quickly corralled by embarrassed mother. Meet some of the women who are getting behind this summer's trendiest hobby. Ross Clark, when will they tell the truth about how much green target of net zero will cost us? Can we defeat the long COVID epidemic too? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Tiny baby in Singapore, just 7.5 ounces at birth, goes home after 13 months in hospital. Geronimo the alpaca is on death row in England. Brits plan a human shield to defend him. Leading Russian dissident and Putin critic Sergei Kovalyov dies at 91. Thousands flee Greek island area by boat as horror movie wildfires rage. Yayoi Kusuma's iconic pumpkin sculpture in Naoshima dislodged by typhoon. Haiti selects judge to oversee presidential slaying case. Mexico seeks at least 3.5 million more COVID-19 jabs from U.S. A rape allegation at China's Olympic spurs furor over sexual assault, binge drinking. As my post-career ends, I remember a historic night in Berlin and dining on birthday goat. UK vows maximum attendance at COP26 summit as COVID lingers. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Pentagon to mandate vaccines for US military, live. Rockies conclude fan was yelling at mascot, not using racist slur. Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre sues Prince Andrew. Coronavirus hive, one COVID death every 2 minutes in Iran, reports say, anger at PCR test chaos in UK. Mexican cartel threatens to kill TV news anchor over unfair coverage. Highs, lows and Doritos, The Guardian standout Tokyo moments. Romelu Lukaku starts Chelsea medical after €115 fee agreed with Inter. Time's Up leader resigns after criticism for aiding Cuomo administration on sexual harassment allegations. I almost gave up searching for my first best friend. 25 years on, we found each other. IPCC report shows possible loss of entire countries within the century. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Suit, Brown failed to protect women from sexual misconduct. Alarming 94K surge in COVID-19 cases among kids, hospitals overwhelmed. Louisiana governor fasting, praying over virus. Alleged Epstein victim sues Prince Andrew for sexual abuse. Pentagon to require COVID vaccines for all service members. Watch, friends rescued from flooding elevator during storm. Prosecutors offer plea deal to cowboys for Trump founder. Black realtor, client cuffed outside home they were viewing after neighbor calls cops. Texas man charged with capital murder in island killings. Lawyers who filed election lawsuit must pay rivals fees. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Friends narrowly escape flooding elevator. Andrew Cuomo, Time's Up leader resigns over ties to governor. Afghanistan war, at least 27 children killed in 3 days, UN says. Suspect in Nantes Cathedral fire held over French priest's killing. R. Kelly, jury selection begins in singer's sex trafficking trial. Jeffrey Epstein Victims Fund awards $121 to survivors. Lukashenko, you can choke on your sanctions in the UK. Thunberg calls out climate impact of fashion brands in Vogue interview. Afghanistan, why is there a war? Greece wildfires, Evia Island residents forced to evacuate. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. High transmissibility of the Delta variant, why it's so contagious. Ex-Fort Bragg soldier who allegedly forged retirement documents faces sex assault, revenge porn charges. Code Red for Humanity, UN report gives stark warning on climate change, says wild weather events will worsen. Pressure mounts on Cuomo as judiciary meets. Life on the Red Planet, NASA is looking for 4 people to live inside their 3D printed Mars module for a year. Pentagon to mandate vaccination for service members, CDC advises against travel to France, Israel, today's COVID-19 updates. NC County spreads vaccine message door to door. Living the Red Planet life, NASA seeks 4 people to inhabit a Mars module for a full year. Rosengren, Fed should slow stimulus efforts by fall. AP top stories August 9th p. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. 6 years after his arrest, Robert Durst takes the stand in LA murder trial. As Dixie Fire nears 500,000 acres, containment is still weeks away. After getting spooked, woman drives off cliff in Santa Cruz. Landlord sues LA for $100 million, saying anti-eviction law caused astronomical losses. Manslaughter charges filed against Los Angeles Police Department officer who killed disabled man at Costco. Ways to save water during the drought, and whether it's worth doing at all. Gimme shelter, why it's so hard to pass major housing bills in California. West Nile virus detected in Los Angeles, Orange counties. LA considers sweeping vaccination rules for public spaces, what we know. Flaring at Chevron refinery lights up the sky over El Segundo. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Prince Andrew sued in New York by Virginia Roberts for sexual assault, lawyer. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern doesn't rule out parents facing charges under conversion therapy ban. Nigeria seizes scales from 15,000 dead pangolins. Smugglers were attempting to ship 7.1 tons of pangolin scales and 840 kilograms of elephant ivory out of the country. UN releases blistering assessment on the state of climate change. Aluminum can slowly replace plastics in Japan to tackle marine pollution. 55% of patients hospitalized with Delta variant are unvaccinated, UK. Lukashenko says Belarus may integrate with Russia with no loss of sovereignty. Let's get this thing going. Canada opens border to fully vaccinated Americans for travel. London's Tower Bridge is stuck open due to a technical fault. Worst polluting countries must make drastic carbon cuts, says COP26 chief. Sky News Australia deletes dozens of videos promoting unproven COVID treatments. You can go choke on your sanctions. You are American. Los Angeles Police Department hogs. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko responds to a question about the latest sanctions placed on the country by the UK. Sviatlana Tsikhanouskaya, Belarusians weren't ready for this level of cruelty. Belarus. The Argentine river that carries soybeans to world is drying up. Biden imposes sanctions against Belarus. Lukashenko regime. The next headlines are from Forbes. Democrats urge Biden administration to stop seeking death penalty. Forbes Asia 100 to watch. The Suicide Squad review, a bloody good time. Report fatigue, commentary from a climate scientist on the latest IPCC summary. Jeopardy! Host frontrunner Mike Richards says discrimination complaints do not reflect reality of who I am. Lindsay Brewer wants to challenge Hailie Egan to a race. Jeopardy! Executive producer Mike Richards is the safe host choice. Why Spirit's recent troubles may haunt the airline for a long time to come. Senate rejects change to new crypto tax rules in $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill despite lawmaker, billionaire pushback. Supply chain AI, a food additive that won't harm our health. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Chelsea Clinton urges global sharing of COVID vaccine technology. Addendum, the mutational constraint spectrum quantified from variation in 141,456 humans. Gas-like receptors put a sting into the evolution of immune defense. Call to update U.S. reentry rules for international researchers. Remember beta, new data reveal variants deadly toll. Found, the world's oldest known mint and its jumbo product. IPCC climate report, Earth is warmer than it's been in 125,000 years. Use HIV's lessons to help children orphaned by COVID-19. Author correction, commensal-driven immune zonation of the liver promotes host defense. Power plants, making electricity from flowers and fruits. The World Population Update, Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,723,891,181 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Mark Tarlov, producer of Copycat and Serial Mom, dies at 69. Ex-prosecutor Linda Fairstein can sue Netflix over When They See Us portrayal. K-pop movie Lost in America set up by Linda Obst, Korea CJENM exclusive. RuPaul's Drag Race judge Michelle visits on acting plans and why she's taking so long to get back into music. Carl Chucky Thompson, who produced hits for the Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige, dies at 53. AMC Theaters and Warner Brothers agreed to shorten theatrical window. Barstool Sports in talks with MLB on deal to live stream games. AMC earnings beat projections, stock surges. Wednesday Addams Netflix series casts Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia. Sony's Funimation closes $1.2 billion Crunchyroll acquisition from AT&T, plans to create single anime service. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Canada opens its land border for vaccinated American visitors, the U.S. stays shut. U.S. expands sanctions on allies of Belarus authoritarian leader. Dixie, Bootleg, Goose, How Wildfires Get Their Name. Modern Family actor Julie Bowen and sister help injured woman in Utah National Park. This sweet white flower is actually a sneaky carnivore, scientists discover. An executive assistant to Andrew Cuomo goes public with allegations of harassment. The Pentagon has moved toward making vaccines mandatory for service members. What the U.S. can do about the dire climate change report. Gymnastics hasn't changed since Nassar, survivor Rachel Den Hollander says. The Dixie Fire is the second largest in California history and is only 21% contained. The following headlines are from The Week. Democratic Senator, Biden's lack of clarity on Myanmar ethnic cleansing potentially undermines China policy. The most exciting aspect of NASA's potentially revolutionary new telescope. Press Secretary Jen Psaki keeps a photo from the night before the 2016 election in her office. Biden welcomes Department of Justice commitment to review 9/11 documents previously under wraps. Colorado Rockies say fan yelled "Dinger," not a racial slur, during game. Israel's Olympic hero cannot get married, but that may soon change. Mitch McConnell maintains GOP will not help Democrats raise debt limit. Pentagon set to require COVID-19 vaccines for U.S. military members, memo shows. UN report makes the case for Democrats' climate spending, and more. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The Sunrise Movement's trailblazing quest for a new Green Deal. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Ganymede and infrared taken during Juno's most recent flyby. Astronomy jargon, magnetars. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, August 10th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Are Mars subsurface lakes really lakes? Young moon, Venus, Spica west after sunset on August 9 to 13. The next news is from Politico. J&J shot effective against Delta variant in large South Africa study. Paris eyes chance to make the Olympics great again. The climatologist who put climate science on the offensive. Swedish trial raises awkward questions for Iran's new president. Epstein accuser sues Prince Andrew, claiming sex assault at 17. Dems double dare at Doug and McConnell on debt. Canada opens border to fully vaxxed Americans, US is not there yet. New York lawmakers to proceed with Cuomo impeachment with all due haste. Mandatory COVID vaccines for troops are coming. What happens if they refuse? News urges Democrat to skip recall candidate question. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. ASX set to rise, Bitcoin jumps, profit up at Challenger, James Hardy. Wall Street is starting to worry that the market's best days are behind it. Apple's child abuse detection system to scan iCloud photo libraries. Regional Victoria comes out of lockdown as state records 20 new local cases. Brutal, callous, cowardly attack, police offer $1 reward for information about 1990 double murder. Australian news live, COVID-19 cases continue to grow in NSW, Victoria and Queensland. Your daily horoscope for Tuesday, August 10th. Demolish and subdivide, the Perth suburbs and property developer sites. Jeffrey Epstein accuser sues Prince Andrew, citing sex assault at 17. Intrigue and quiet desperation ripple through Nicole Kidman's new show. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Earnings results, AMC sees light at the end of this tunnel, reaches theatrical deal with Warner Brothers. How to invest, dividend stocks and investing for yield. Earnings results, Quali stock surges as results, outlook top street view. FA Center, one look at junk bonds tells you that stock investors now are too bullish. Personal Finance Daily, can my employer make me get vaccinated? And this $1,880 distress cardigan features handmade punctures. The Wall Street Journal, Canadian Pacific plans another, higher bid to buy Kansas City Southern. Newswatch, 20 stocks for maximum growth as the world switches to clean energy. The big move, I'm 60 and have $1 million in my retirement accounts, my house needs a new roof, should I use my savings to cover the repairs? Market snapshot, Dow, S&P 500 and slightly lower as commodity rout and climbing COVID cases weigh on market. The Margin, want to be on Nailed It, or Queer Eye, Netflix is hosting the largest reality TV casting call ever. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. NO area inventor sues former U.S. patent officials, WWLTV.com. When inventions invent, Lexology. Machines take over, it's time for a complete overhaul of Marx's theories of modes of production, Daily Maverick. Freightwaves Classics pioneers, Robert Fulton revolutionized shipping, Freightwaves. Army engineer, lightweight polymer cartridges biggest invention of my career, TechLink. Personalized media communications issues statement on Judge Gilstrap's ruling, Yahoo Finance. In a world first, South Africa grants patent to an artificial intelligence system, The Hindu. Balanced Body unveils new Metro TM, IQ Reformer, an affordable option for premier at-home Pilates workouts, Business Wire. What is a patent waiver anyway? Zooming out on the TRIPS COVID IP waiver debate, IPWatchdog.com. How to patent autonomous vehicle simulations, Lexology. The next headlines are from Quartz. Greta Thunberg is using her Vogue cover to go after fast fashion. A failed German COVID-19 vaccine could be the answer to the global vaccine shortage. Governments endorsed a report that partly blames them for climate change. What are the best approaches to engage the vaccine hesitant now? U.S. parents are packing their kids off to hundreds of AI summer camps. The forecast, welcome to the metaverse. The IPCC report predicts that South Asia will swing from droughts to floods. A Nigerian internet scammer is becoming an action movie villain. These are the African countries that have restricted social media access. Uber's financing partner has raised $23 million to create more car owners in Africa. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Dish, cornerstone of the Trump Department of Justice's fix for the T-Mobile merger, continues to bleed wireless TV subscribers. Cities looking to dump ShotSpotter since it's barely more useful than doing nothing at all. Content moderation at scale is impossible to do well. Series about antisemitism removed by Instagram for being anti-Semitic. Daily Deal, Scaffold Hub developer plans subscription. NY legislators offer a bill that would allow cops to sue people for not doing enough bootlicking. U.S. press soft sells the real scope of AT&T's merger incompetence, ensuring it will happen again. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Cade Cunningham. Whitney Houston. Isaiah Thomas. Saweetie. Reservation Dogs. Jalen Green. Gold Price. Toronto Watch. Lane Kiffin. NASCAR. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Biden says he welcomes Department of Justice review of unreleased 9/11 documents. Uproar after German Parliament committee head suggests preparing for intervention in Afghanistan, again. Trump Highway, Republican proposes new name for road running the length of Florida. Epstein Victims Fund declared depleted after paying off 92% of eligible claimants' remaining holdouts options dwindle. No Nazi pass, New Yorkers gather outside City Hall to protest mayor's COVID-19 vaccine cert order, videos. Vladikavkaz tragedy, 9 COVID patients dead, others evacuated after oxygen pipe bursts in emergency care hospital in southern city. We have to solve it, Spurs boss Nuno Espirito Santo hopeful of Harry Kane U-turn as he says star is available for Man City clash. Dallas School District defies Texas Cubs mask mandate ban, says face coverings required as schools reopen. Landmark signing, mega-rich Paris Saint-Germain have hired Eiffel Tower for Messi unveiling as fans mob airport, stadium, video. Apple releases frequently asked questions downplaying privacy concerns over new child protection system as watchdogs warn of overreach. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The death of truth and the rise of centralized government control. DeSantis threatens to withhold salaries from school officials who defy mask mandate ban. China starts constructing $17 billion nuclear power plant. Iran nuclear talks expected stalled into September as U.S. demands accountability for tanker attacks. Crypto amendment fails in Senate after Shelby insists on more military spending. A look back at Nixon's infamous monetary decision. Dixie Fire now single largest wildfire in California history, only 21% contained. AMC beats top and bottom line, CEO hopes for Hollywood ending, warns not out of the woods yet. Fauci super spreader summer redux, biker rally bag but Obama's bash and open borders no problem? Bonds, black gold, and bullion dumped as Bitcoin jumps to 3-month highs. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Nicaragua recalls ambassadors to 4 countries into Fortat move. Biden administration opens new review of 9/11 documents. Olympics review, the highs, lows and controversies of Tokyo 2020. U.S. to make COVID-19 vaccines mandatory for all U.S. troops. Saudi budget deficit narrows thanks to oil, tax revenue boosts. Jeffrey Epstein abuse survivors awarded $125 as claims end. Clearing skies help crews battling massive California wildfire. Residents of Afghanistan's Kunduz recount Taliban takeover. Have footballers become too expensive? Andrew Cuomo's sexual harassment scandal, what we know so far. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Anthony Fauci admits he is playing politics with Americans' health. Team USA wrestler Tamira Mance is stocked to use gold medal winnings to buy her mom a food truck. National Review's Philip Klein, infrastructure bill pathetic surrender built on mountain of lies. Anthony Fauci says he leans strongly toward mandated vaccines for teachers. Bite inflation, older Americans expect far higher prices than younger Americans. Exclusive Republican candidate Kevin Faulconer, Gavin Newsom failing California on cost of living, crime, education, energy, homelessness, wildfires. Laredo, TX mayor signs calls on Biden to send more resources to border towns. WHO floats naming coronavirus variants after constellations. Terry McAuliffe will require campaign staffers to get coronavirus vaccine. Princeton offers Black Lives Matter course featuring readings by former Communist Party leader. The next headlines are from UPI News. Oregon man wins dual top prizes with identical lottery tickets. Watch, hiker uninjured after being charged by bull moose in Colorado. Watch, snake on a plane removed at airport in India. E. Cummings collection returned to library after more than 50 years. Watch, man chops through 85 kiwis in minute while on balance board. Watch, class ring stolen 20 years ago found in closet of newly purchased house. Watch, world's longest basketball game record attempt underway in New York. Watch, bear relocated after wandering into Los Angeles supermarket. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Conservationists get a surprise, finding two-headed turtle on a South Carolina beach. Thirsty butterfly fleeing wildfires drinks water straight from an aid worker's hand. Watch. Falcons have natural eye makeup to improve hunting ability, scientists discover. Massive balloon the size of a soccer stadium to launch telescope to edge of space to study how stars form. Over half of Americans have had some of the best moments of their lives in a car. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, August 10th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Quentin Tarantino fulfills childhood promise of never giving mom a penny from Fortune. Court denies developer seeking elusive 6 inches. Donkey milk sells for $134 per liter in Maharashtra's Umarga, why it is popular and so expensive. Sega sued for rigged Keymaster arcade machine. Rice baby, Japanese parents send relatives rice to hug in lieu of newborns. Each bag matches birth weight and features baby's face, so new arrival can be hugged in pandemic. The man who learned he could suck water up into his anus and turned it into a career. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Apple's mythical AirPower shows up as a working prototype. How to transfer your Facebook data to other services. Gates and Bezos invest in mineral mining in Greenland. Light your room in a whole new way with these color-changing light bulbs at about $7 each. Invest in yourself with 1,000 courses from Stack Skills Unlimited and InfoSec 4TC. Senators grill Zuckerberg, why did Facebook ban NYU researchers? Is fast charging bad for your battery? Future in-car biometrics could detect drunk driving or a heart attack. How nature has inspired scientists' most powerful technologies. Video banking is finally becoming mainstream, will physical banks become obsolete? The following headlines are from Science Daily. Insects beware, this West Coast plant wants to eat you. Drug-resistant bacteria found in the guts of lemurs who live around humans. Global ocean warming started later in the 20th century than previously estimated. Why middle-class residents want to stay put after floodwaters recede. New study offers insight on how resistance training burns fat. New technology paves way towards personalized antibiotic therapy. Growing evidence of vitamin K benefits for heart health. Microplastics, a Trojan horse for metals. Unlocking the AI algorithm black box, new machine learning technology to find out what makes plants and humans tick. Shift away from earth and homes environmentally damaging. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, August 10th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA statement on departure of JPL Director Michael Watkins. NASA invites media to new OSIRIS-REx asteroid Bennu study briefing. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Lex Scott steps down from leading local Black Lives Matter group because of death threats. University of Utah running back Tavian Thomas has gotten positive early returns. How productive will the JUCO recruit be? Bagley cartoon, in a pickle. Study, residents of poorer neighborhoods got COVID at 10 times the rate of those in affluent neighborhoods. One of the happiest days of her life was cut short. Family mourns the loss of new bride as troopers warn of dangerous driving. COVID-19 deaths in Utah exceed 2,500. The number of Utahns fully vaccinated tops 1.5 million. Valerie Novak, housing insecurity follows us wherever we go. Don't need that drama. Salt Lake County Health Director says she won't issue school masks mandate if officials won't back it. Tim Lydon, to Western States Act to control methane. Environmentalists push lawsuits after impact statement released on $3 billion rail project that would quadruple Uinta Basin's oil output. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Samsung leader Jay Wiley granted parole to leave prison on Friday. Google drops Bluetooth Titan security keys in favor of NFC versions. Uber asked contractor to allow video surveillance in employee homes, bedrooms. Apple says it will reject government demands to use new child abuse image detection system for surveillance. T-Mobile stirs grave concerns of Department of Justice on Big 2 and Old Network. Earth is warming faster than previously thought, and the window is closing to avoid catastrophic outcomes. U.S. Navy is developing a solar-powered plane that can fly for 90 days. Vodafone latest UK carrier to reintroduce roaming charges in Europe after Brexit. Senators press Facebook for answers about why it cut off misinformation researchers. Valve is working with AMD to make the Steam Deck Windows 11 ready. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Kansas City unveils $3 plan to restore Satchel Paige House. 60% of Missourians 18 and older have received at least one shot of COVID vaccine. Cardinals pitcher Kwang Hyun Kim goes on 10-day injured list. Man sentenced to 15 years for stabbing death behind Shrewsbury Walmart. Letters with never-before-published details donated to Missouri Historical Society, one from a president. Chicago officer, 29, killed during traffic stop, second officer critically wounded. Historic one-ring room school being moved to new Chesterfield location. Volunteers needed to set up 2,500 flags for funeral of fallen Brooklyn officer. One man and two children injured in South St. Louis shooting. The pageant in Delmar Hall requiring proof of vaccination, negative test. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. New grant program offers $12 in relief funds for local businesses, nonprofits. How to apply. Imperial Beach shoreline closed due to sewage contamination. Man sentenced in deadly DUI crash in Chula Vista. Scripps scientists part of team who explored DDT dumping site on ocean floor. $19 million in relief funds to go to 28 local entertainment venues. Fauci hopeful COVID vaccines get full okay by FDA within weeks. Summer Stephan announces re-election campaign for San Diego County. Coronado mayor running for 52nd Congressional District. Truck crashes into church in Escondido. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. US just beat China in Olympic medal count. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Pregnant woman, unborn child killed in alleged road rage crash in Long Beach. Willy Wonka-inspired room features lickable wallpaper, golden ticket key card. Modern Family star, sister help injured woman in Utah's Arches National Park. Pregnant woman killed in California road rage incident, police say. 14-year-old boy becomes youngest to swim length of Lake Tahoe. Delta variant surge, common COVID questions answered. Judge blocks Florida law that prevents vaccine requirement on Norwegian cruises. Wearable fitness trackers are highly effective in weight loss efforts, study finds. Philip Kriesick autopsy shows no sign of foul play. Fake COVID-19 vaccine cards online concern college officials. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Blackhawks radio analyst Troy Murray diagnosed with cancer. Lake Zurich leaders urge residents to complete return surveys. Suburbs under tornado watch until 10 p.m. McHenry County man charged with murder of Marengo woman whose body was found in storage unit. Epstein accuser sues Prince Andrew, citing sex assault at 17. Welcome back, Elgino concert to celebrate the arts at renovated Civic Center Plaza. Dropping minimum age to serve alcohol could help businesses in Vernon Hills. Health official on Portillo's, no current risk from potential E. coli outbreak in Glendale Heights. Arlington Heights historian, Daily Herald columnist remembered as pillar of community. David Sedaris returning to Paramount Theater in Aurora. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Month-long closure of Seattle's Montlake Bridge begins Monday, impacting drivers, transit, boaters. Report, these used cars, trucks had the greatest year-over-year price increases in Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Kevin 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Lupa 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Mirini 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Merapi in Indonesia. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Angola. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, August 10th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Workplaces able to pivot easily with little notice despite COVID surge. Woman wanted for setting man on fire in Kingwood area home, police say. 3 women from Houston area shot to death on South Padre Island. England hotel features Willy Wonka-inspired room with lickable wallpaper, chocolate-filled bathtub. HISD superintendent says decision to propose mask mandate was based on science. COVID vaccines would be required for military under new plan. Dodgers ball girl helps tackle fan who ran onto field. Disturbance in Atlantic expected to become tropical storm tonight. 2 Harris County anti-crime programs launching. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Progress slow for Vikes rookie Darisaw, line still in flux. Arizona State puts 2 more assistant football coaches on leave. New coordinator Barry gives energy boost to Packers defense. Bless Austin corners the market on confidence for Jets. In net, Ranger signs Shesterkin, Flyers, Caps resign goalies. COVID vaccines to be required for military under new U.S. plan. Cyclone watch, rising Iowa street done with ghosts of the past. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Extra extra, never underestimate the demand for beer in a baseball bat. Not negotiating any deals, NY Assembly leaders offer update on Cuomo investigation. Photos, joyous, car-free summer streets returns after pandemic hiatus. Half of New Jersey towns poised to ban cannabis businesses. Bushwick dentist opens vegan fast food joint as a form of activism. Melissa DeRosa resigns from governor's office, other Cuomo allies under fire. Accessoride users plead with MTA to stop shared rides. Early edition, more and more, cats are attacking houseplants. Assembly Judiciary Committee set to consider impeachment articles against Cuomo, here's what to expect. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. A code red warning on the hazards of climate change and an impending global disaster. Global response needed to counter rising security threats at sea. Shocking escalation of grave violations against children in Afghanistan, UNICEF. End inequalities, recognize abuses, UN chief says on International Day of Indigenous Peoples. We were born to do this. The COVID-19 time bomb, dispelling the single-story humanitarian narrative for Africa. UN preaches transparency to the outside world but fails to practice it in its own backyard. Global warming unequivocally human-driven, at unprecedented rate, IPCC. UN pledges full support to Nagasaki voices fueling powerful global movement against nuclear arms. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. France, Italy swept by mass protests against COVID health pass. What will segregated society look like for the unvaxxed? PCR scam. Proposed bill could soon land you in prison for filming the police. CDC director admits claim that over 99% of in-hospital COVID deaths were among unvaccinated people was junk. Kentucky hospital counters media's false narrative that they're overwhelmed with child COVID cases. Video, Gates cracks big smile at mandating vaxxed to receive Social Security. He takes care of the little girls. Leon Black's ex-mistress shares explosive new details about best friend Jeffrey Epstein. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did George Bernard Shaw write Beware False Knowledge? Did slain police officer Ella French have a 2-month-old daughter? Cassie the robot made history by completing a 5K run. Did Jim Carrey say close down national media for 30 days? Does this braille railing describe scenic views in Naples? Did Rand Paul get COVID-19 vaccination in viral photo? Nagasaki marked 76th anniversary of atomic bombing. Nowhere to run, UN report says global warming nears limits. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Robert Durst takes the stand at his murder trial. I didn't kill Susan Berman. COVID doc flees to Florida as Governor Kristi Noem sends Sturgis death cult into overdrive. Melania Trump really cares about the White House Rose Garden, do you? Dan Bongino criticizes Fox News for editing his Trump interview, not acceptable. Colorado woman allegedly killed by Trump-loving hubby had an affair, cops testify. Jeopardy host frontrunner Mike Richards brushes off Price is Right lawsuits in staff memo. Everything you need for a hike is on sale at Backcountry. Ryan Adams desperately wants forgiveness after being cancelled, but what has he learned? Roberta Kaplan, Time's Up chair and A-list lawyer to women plaintiffs, taken out by Cuomo's harassment mess. Cuomo accuser speaks out, he groped me not once, but twice. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Teachers' unions' mask demands have gotten them into a catch-22 dilemma. Letters to the editor, August 10, 2021. Pro paintballer under fire for saying COVID patient needs a F-King treadmill. It's not really about masks and other commentary. Convicted murderer is too cute, internet declares, should be sprung early. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Our planet's changing orbit helped life survive Snowball Earth. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Major UN climate report warns of extreme and unprecedented impacts. NASA is training human-like robots to explore caves on Mars. Top climate scientists set to release landmark report on climate change. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Man behind viral Cormac McCarthy parody account that Twitter suspended is California gubernatorial candidate. Indianapolis man alleges cops threw him headfirst into police van lacking safety restraints, paralyzing him, lawsuit. Rockies investigation found fan called a team's mascot Inger, didn't yell a racial slur at Marlins Lewis Brinson. Robert Durst testifies at his Los Angeles murder trial, claims no, he didn't kill Susan Berman. Danny Masterson rape case subpoenas on Leah Remini show and Los Angeles Police Department files involving Scientology boss David Miscavige blasted by judge. Ohio man must get COVID-19 vaccine as part of probation, rules judge. Fantasy Island reboot gives visitors everything their heart desires, with a twist. Former Los Angeles Police Department officer charged in deadly Costco shooting. Chucky Thompson, producer for Mary J. Blige, Notorious B.I.G. and Nas, dead at 53 after reported COVID-19 battle. Man on meth and Xanax crashes children's birthday party, and he was just getting started. The following headlines are from military.com. Official, protracted Afghan war Pakistan's worst nightmare. U.S. announces more aid as Yemen fighting, peace efforts stall. Pentagon requiring COVID-19 vaccine for U.S. troops. Senate confirms Del Toro as Secretary of the Navy. From gold medal to COVID-19 diagnosis, active duty Olympian saw high and lows in Tokyo. The military's award for serving during war isn't going away despite Afghanistan withdrawal. Taliban press on, take another Afghan provincial capital. Contractors who powered U.S. war in Afghanistan stuck in Dubai. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Charges filed in weekend shooting that killed Chicago police officer Ella French and wounded second cop. Tornado spotted in DeKalb County prompts warning in that area. Chicagoland under tornado watch till 10 p.m. as northwest suburbs hammered by rain. Watch live. Chicago police officials hold news conference. Indiana man charged with making straw purchase of gun used in weekend's fatal shooting of a Chicago police officer. After 2 Chicago officers shot, cops shun Mayor Lightfoot at hospital visit as morale sinks to all-time low. Family renews call for arrests of police officers in releasing report from high-profile pathologist about death of Round Lake man. Dave Dummett, senior pastor at Willow Creek Mega Church, tests positive for COVID-19 after large conference. R. Kelly lawyers move to dismiss charges as jury selection begins. Corrections and clarifications. At least 78 people shot, 11 of them fatally, including Officer Ella French, in Chicago during weekend, police say. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Survival strategy of starving spruce trees, the critical role of reserves. How wildfire restored Yosemite watershed. Exploring the limits of light matter coupling at the nanoscale. Informal penalties associated with parole status increase the probability of prison sentences. Eye in the sky, drone helps researchers find fresh water in the sea. Can gender-disposed personality traits explain who initiates salary negotiations? The ocean remembers. Study suggests ocean maintained relatively steady temperature through most of 20th century. What happens when bats are given 3 choices? Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, August 10th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. What is conversational intelligence and why does it matter? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Robert Durst takes stand at his trial, denies killing friend. Former Bat Boy sues Omar Vizquel alleging sexual harassment. What to know about Washington state's COVID vaccine mandate for state employees, healthcare workers. Racial disparities persist at Seattle Children's, investigation finds. Man charged in driving deaths, including hockey coach's son. Observations from the UW Huskies' 4th fall practice. Man sentenced for shooting black girl at Iowa Trump rally. Javier pressed to coach MLS Toronto for rest of season. U.S. signals no change in airstrikes as Afghan Taliban advance. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Men shot in West Oakland. Instead of chasing mixtapes, Warriors' Moses Moody prepared for his NBA moment. San Jose Jazz Summerfest, 10 shows you have to see. How bad is it? 5 takeaways from the landmark UN climate change report. U.S. officials, it is up to Afghans to defend the country against Taliban. Here's what's changed since the SF Giants lineup was last at full strength. Driver sought an Oakland Hills hit and run that left man injured. California girl, 15, plays pro soccer game, with a 9 p.m. child labor curfew. CDC adds 7 destinations to very high COVID travel risk list. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Alejandro Mayorkas will visit Boulder amid worsening conditions. Inside the Beltway, GOP mourns money down the toilet. Moderate House Democrats urge Pelosi to hold standalone vote on infrastructure. Parole cannot be revoked for refusing faith-based rehab, federal court rules. Governor Andy Beshear, GOP speakers put politics ahead of fighting virus. Review, Aretha Franklin bio respect may be too respectful. Biden under fire, Taliban on the march amid meltdown of Afghan security forces. Battle for Senate heats up. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Arlington Heights author, columnist, local historian Marjorie Frisbee dies at 98. Gunman shot man after he was confronted for staring at man's girlfriend, prosecutors. Epstein accuser sues Prince Andrew for alleged sexual assault when she was minor. Feds charge alleged straw purchaser of gun used in fatal shooting of Chicago police officer. 4 wounded, including 3 teen boys, in near North Side shooting. The vaccinated are angry. That's understandable but unproductive, experts say. Bulls second-year forward Patrick Williams makes summer league debut. Man fatally shot in laundromat in West Garfield Park. Jury selection starts in R. Kelly's Brooklyn trial. Hoping to stave off evictions, state to offer $60 million as additional safety net, another layer to keep people in their homes. The next headlines are from the Times of India. SC refuses to intervene on plea against making vaccine must. Criminal cases against MPs, MLAs see 17% jump in 2 years. BJP income in FY20 rises 50%, over 5 times of Congress. OP makes exception, will join talks on OBC quota bill. UNSC meets snubs China, backs law of sea convention. Nirav Modi gets court's nod to appeal extradition. Update to Google Chrome 92 to avoid getting hacked. Apple engineers not sure about Apple TV success. Anti-Muslim slogans row, Ashwini Upadhyay to be arrested. In pics, India's Olympic medalists receive a hero's welcome. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, August 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Bucking Abbott, Texas school leaders push mask mandates. Things to do, blues rocker Kala returns to the Continental Club. QB Tyrod Taylor shines in first Houston Texans scrimmage. Things to do, see the box tops at the Dosido Big Barn. Drown courses and enemas, alcohol treatment in America. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. The next headlines are about world records making news. In attempt to break a world record, City of Kyle calling on all Kyles to rally together, WOAI. YouTuber Badlands chugs drinks 2L bottle of soda in record-breaking time, Guinness World Records. Mario Kart 64 champion makes history by becoming fastest player on every course, Kodaku. World's longest basketball game record attempt underway in New York, UPI News. 23-year-old pig, Baby Jane, becomes oldest in captivity ever, Guinness World Records. This world record carp wasn't caught with a rotten reel, New York Post. Rubik's Cube World Record, photos of team who solves cube blindfolded, Palm Beach Post. World record falls, new data suggests says Tugela Falls may be tallest, the South African. Wisconsin man breaks world record by eating 32,340 Big Macs in his lifetime. K102 dubs, K102. 100-year-old sets world record as oldest female competitive powerlifter, WTVD-TV. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Life with a foldable phone is a game changer with one terrible downside. Batman writer James Tynion IV is moving from DC to Substack. New data portability tools get us closer to leaving Facebook the website, but not Facebook the Borg. Novel virus detected in Hawaiian dolphin could trigger global outbreaks among marine mammals, scientists say. Blackula was about the respectable monster haunting us all. Controversial crypto tax amendment may be fixed in the 11th hour. Exxon kicked out of climate group at help form. Report, Disney is only paying comics creators $5,000 for work it's adapted for billions. A carnivorous plant has been hiding in plain sight in North America. Doom Patrol's first season 3 teaser is your brain on drugs. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Colinas do Tocantins in Brazil at 133.34 degrees Fahrenheit or 56.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University Wi-ID in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Fourth person in U.S. mysteriously stricken with deadly bacteria from South Asia. U.S. settles with Trump admin whistleblower who exposed botched COVID response. Buckle up as Doom Patrol Ash 3 teaser promises another wild and crazy ride. A number of Apple devices are on sale today, including new iPads and AirPods. Court says Florida cannot block cruise line from requiring vaccines. Google allegedly considered buying Epic Games to silence antitrust complaints. With a single photo, SpaceX sent a not-so-subtle message to FAA regulators. Physicists discover new kind of tetraquark, the longest-lived yet found. Apple says it will refuse Gov demand to expand photo scanning beyond CSAM. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Capitol rioter awaiting trial seen leaving Portland clash with anti-fascists, and may have broken conditions of release. Cowboys for Trump founder offered plea deal for invading the Capitol, report. MAGA rioters give bizarre interview to FBI where they admit to hypothetically committing crimes. Watch, Fox News host cackles after disparaging CNN host as that dumb broad. Prince Andrew accused of sexually abusing teen victim of Jeffrey Epstein in bombshell lawsuit. There's a credible investigation into vote tampering, and the suspect is a Trump-loving Colorado County clerk, report. DeSantis threatens to withhold salaries of superintendents if schools mandate masks. GOP senator bitterly complains Democrats didn't back her plan to defund Amtrak to pay for Trump's wall. GOP lawmaker proposes renaming Florida's longest road after Trump, and the backlash is brutal. 3 top GOP Missouri Senate candidates refuse to say if they encourage people to get vaccinated. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The most iconic photo in music history inspires the co-naming of 126th Street in Harlem. Fires, floods, heat waves, we're just getting started, says IPCC. The logic of corporate accounting took over our language, and we hardly noticed. Wait, we can mine valuable metals using shrubbery? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. A top Harvard astronomer is studying UFOs, thanks in part to the Pentagon report, NBC News. There is an unseen world behind our world, artist Kaguo Kaying on what the cosmos can reveal about humanity, ArtNet News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Hydrogelysis stem cell delivery as potential Parkinson's therapy, Parkinson's News Today. NervGen Pharma and Massachusetts General Hospital collaborate on preclinical studies in Alzheimer's disease, StreetInsider.com. Ross-like GMGT passe induced bypass 4 promotes activity-dependent neuronal tolerance for ischemic stroke, pnas.org. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, August 10th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.